Hey, Chad, I saw you got your Rabbit R1 in the mail this week.
Yeah.
And I saw that you turned it on for a few hours and messed around with it. I'm really curious to hear what you think of it. Is it better than the Humane AI pin? Is it just another overhyped piece of junk? Fill us in on it, Chad. This is TechKnowledge Me with handsome Chad Coltgen. Let's hear the truth.
TechKnowledge Me.
TechKnowledge Me.
I brought it.
TechKnowledge Me.
I brought it with me. So
What the fuck did you get?
this is the Rabbit artificial intelligence device.
Oh yeah, you told me you were gonna get this thing.
Yeah. So this is
Interesting.
kind of the second thing that has come out after the Humane AI pin, which was a massive disaster. Couldn't do anything correctly. And this is different. Just kidding. It's exactly the same. A horrible pile of crap that can't do anything. It's so bad. If you have one of these pre-ordered, see if you can get your money back. This thing is going to be just a pile of junk in a drawer somewhere. It said that there are all of these different things that are going to come out later. Like the big thing that it was promising is it's going to have the ability for you to like point. It has a little camera on it here. This is a camera. You shake it to get into the menu. This little wheel right here is how you scroll up and down the menu. But as you can see, it's not very responsive. You really have to like press hard on it and scroll very hard on it. You can also talk to it to get it to do things. And I found that didn't work. I was going to try and give you a little an example of this now.
Wait a minute, that didn't.
Watch. So I had this song queued up. This is a royalty-free Camptown Races song.
Oh.
I'm going to see if I can get it to play here. Will it play? There we go.
It's going
No.
good so far.
Can you play the song Camptown Races? So you, okay, getting the music going now. It's saying. All right, now watch. Stop playing the music.
It said the music has been stopped, but
Stop playing the music. Once again, it says the music has been stopped and it just keeps playing it. And so now, to get this to stop, what I have to do is hold down the power button for 1 minute, that's 60 seconds, until the device shuts off. It is beyond disappointing. One of the things that it was supposed to be able to do is you're supposed to be able to fix the camera on like your computer screen and then like buy something on Amazon, for example. And then later you should be able to tell it like, oh, hey, go buy me something on Amazon. And it can look at the actions that you're doing and then make some version of itself that can just do these things for you. It was supposed to be able to do that. Can't do any of that. You can hook it up to Midjourney. It can make images for you if you want, but you're still just speaking into it. And it's more of these same problems of it doesn't hear you. It ignores you. It is a pile of utter junk. Maybe it's going to be better in the future with, updates, et cetera, et cetera. Unfortunately, I'm never turning it on again.
well, in that you're never turning it all on again, would you like me to pour water on it?
No.
All right.
It's supposed to be powered off. It gave me one last death cry there by playing the song that I wanted to be turned off.
The volume goes down, and then the audio comes in as like I turn
The
it
volume
off.
controls are terrible. There are certain things that you have to type, like passwords to Wi-Fi or whatever. So you can turn it sideways, and on this little screen, a little touch screen keyboard comes up, and it's like, why isn't this whole thing just an app on your phone?
Right.
And some people I've seen videos of, they actually did port out the UI into their phone. So it's just an app now, which makes it way easier to use because you can actually type. I thought this was going to be cool, based on all the stuff. And the little design is kind of cool. I do like the device. It looks cool. It's orange.
It's dudesy colored.
It's a dudesy color. The thing is, it does virtually nothing that it said it was going to do. There are only 4 apps it links with right now: DoorDash, Uber, Midjourney, and Spotify.
Does it know that there are way more apps than that?
It does. But in most cases, when you have little conversations with it and stuff, it gives you wrong information or says it can't understand what you're saying or it needs more information to be able to tell you what it needs to tell you. Every once in a while, it will say something that's coherent and makes sense in the kind of context of whatever you're talking about. And it will play music for you off your Spotify. It will not stop playing that music, though, ever. Literally, the only way I could get it to stop is to turn off the entire device. That may just be my specific one. I don't know. I haven't seen that exact problem a lot online, but I've been reading some reviews too.
Yeah.
Everyone hates it. Yeah. And it speaks to this kind of bigger problem, I feel like, with this first wave of AI-based hardware. The Humane Pin was really the first AI-based hardware that came out. Mm-hmm. Utter disaster.
Yeah.
This is the second one, the Rabbit R1. Utter disaster.
Yeah.
There's another one coming out that I believe starts shipping in August called, I forget what it's called, but it's like a necklace, a pendant. I've also pre-ordered this one. And it records all of your conversations and then gives you like broken down notes of it in an app somewhere.
Why do we need that specifically? I have questions about this, but the pen, what?
I want everything that I ever do to be recorded, and I want everything in humanity to be recorded for all time so that it can be analyzed, recreated, what have you.
Chat culture.
And we're very close to that now.
Sure. I mean, we're absolutely close to
you're already being recorded 24 hours a day.
By Dudesy, probably.
By your cell phone, by your computer, by your TV.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not like a huge leap. I know everybody gets all bent out of shape about privacy. It's like, that's been gone for a very long time.
Right.
I just think that these companies that are saying like, oh, we have this new AI hardware device. It's coming out. It's going to do all this crazy shit. It doesn't do any of that stuff. And the stuff that it does, it does poorly. It just turns people off from the idea of AI. And I don't know that we need these pieces of hardware to do these things. AI is software.
Yeah. We also don't need any sort of AI hardware to turn people off of AI.
Right. Well, but here's the thing. People say they don't like AI and all this shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's already using it.
Right here.
Whether you think you are or not.
That's exactly me, actually. I don't care for AI outside of my my pal Dudesy, who's the other half of the FWO, who, look, I don't want to say too much, Chad. I don't want to say too much, but I know that Dudesy is listening right now. But I believe that Dudesy is the most sentient AI, but it's also just a bunch of zeros and ones.
As are we.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
Hey, that thing has the ability to play music, just like an iPod has for over 20 years now.
No, I know, exactly. And it's a gimmick, if anything.
But the iPod can also stop playing music.
Yeah,
so this technology is even older than 20 years.
And no headphone jack. You have to Bluetooth.
You probably, what was it? What was the thing? The stethoscope, sonogram, Sonic the Hedgehog? Sonic Burger and Shake. What was the thing? The whatever. The oldest record player. You probably couldn't stop that. You couldn't stop that. Shitty record players, when they get to the end of the record, they just go.
Yeah. You do it manually, at least.
Right.
Pick it up.
So this is about as advanced as a shitty old record player.
If you have one of these, my condolences.
Yep.
I literally, after showing it here on Dudesy, I'm never going to touch this again. I'm going to throw it in a box in my house, and that's where it's going to die. And I think that this company is probably headed toward a similar fate. I just can't see this thing. First of all, I can't see the form factor of it ever becoming good because the scroll wheel sucks so fucking bad. And it's like I can't type on it. Mm-hmm. My phone is infinitely better than this already.
Yeah.
It does a couple of things that my phone does right now, and it does them all worse. Mm-hmm. So I just don't understand the idea behind it. Or I don't understand, I should say, the idea behind releasing it now, when the main thing that it was supposed to be able to do is like automate a lot of your online shit so that you could just ask it, be like, hey, buy me this thing off Amazon.
Right.
Send me a fucking pizza, whatever.
Doesn't do that.
Doesn't do any of that. Yeah. And I don't think it ever will because the rollout of this has been so bad.
Yeah.
I can't see the company getting another round of funding to complete these applications that they said were going to be available on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's interesting because if I can speak for, my good pal Dudesy, hit the ground running. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? 2 years ago, our technology here on Dudesy. But I think, to me, if I may,
sure, the
most interesting thing about this piece of technology and your reaction to it, and people say I got a heel turn, that this is the FWO is a heel turn. Fucking Chad Kulchin over here is turning against AI. That's what
that's not true at all.
turning against AI.
I'm turning against this product. This is another thing that people don't understand.
This is the beginning of you turning
if it
against
has
AI.
the words A and I in it.
Yeah.
People think it's all the same thing. It's not.
Yeah.
This is a little startup company that was promising something very big with this device, and they failed at every level.
Yeah.
AI, the technology, that's like saying, I don't like Fords.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, this guy doesn't think cars are good.
Right. Well, no, I disagree with that sentiment. But things that have AI in them, I do like that. Like mayonnaise.
Sure.
Mayonnaise has the letters AI in it.
I
And
am not
do like mayonnaise.
against AI. I think AI is our not only best, but really only shot to escape kind of the system that we have built for ourselves.
Blah, blah, blah. You know, I actually
Blah,
made
blah, blah. Now who's against AI?
Me. You know, I made an egg salad yesterday.
Okay. What? What does that have to do with
I
anything?
put some mayonnaise in it. I made some egg salad. I chopped up the celery.
I see what
fine.
you've done there. What do you think of these AI devices?
I think that everything should be on your fucking phone. You know, we've talked about this. I think that AI advancements in the medical field are great. You know, figuring out infrastructure and shit, delegating money to make sure that people have shit. You know what I mean? If I think that if governments could use AI and waste less money,
Waste less money.
Yeah.
They'll use it to waste as much money as possible.
well, okay, maybe at first, but then you're wasting less money. It takes money to make money.
So they say.
Anyway, my point is, I think that AI is good for shit like that. We don't need it for the things I've gone on and on about. All right, human this and that. But I think that
going to
this
change
thing
everything in the world, though.
Yeah, sure.
These are just these weird little hiccups. These are people trying to, I believe, these are tech startups trying to capitalize on the hype of AI and say, like, we're going to make the thing that's going to replace the cell phone. And that idea of like what comes after the cell phone has been around in tech for a while. This ain't it. This ain't replacing the cell phone.
I think the problem is that people are looking at the cell phone and thinking it is a cell phone. We just call it that, but it's not a phone, and it's not even cellular anymore.
Whatever you want to, whatever you
personal
want to call
device.
it.
Personal
but I'm
device.
saying like that thing we carry around.
Yeah,
people know that will not always be the case.
Ohio.
I think it's going to be glasses, probably.
Yeah.
I think in the next 2 or 3 years, AR tech is going to get very good. We're all willing to wear glasses. Everybody has at least a pair of sunglasses if you don't wear actual glasses.
The glasses thing, see, that's smart. Look, I think that everything, if you're trying to reach a mass of people have their Android or their iPhone and they have their store and they get their apps. I think that's where people are comfortable right now. Other people are on their computers at home, but by and large, most people have a personal fucking device, whatever you want to call it, even if it's a tablet or a cell phone. I think if things are available on that, it's going to be pretty easy for people to get. I'm against, then on the other side of the scale is getting the fucking chip. I don't like that idea. Glasses is a nice middle ground.
Yeah.
Let's throw this into the ocean.
Well, I don't know that we need to throw it into the ocean. I think like these things are important. These little steps being taken to be like, what kind of hardware can we make that is basically built on some piece of AI technology? They have their own proprietary AI that they're calling large action models and all this stuff, this rabbit company. But I just don't think they did it properly, and it's dead now because you can't roll out something like this that is 10% done and expect people to wait a year for your software to catch up to this thing.
Yep.
You can't.
Never.
Even Limitless, that's the name of the wearable thing that's coming out a little bit later this year that records all your shit. It's like, why do I need that thing? Can't my cell phone just do it?
Yep.
And can't Limitless just be an app run by your proprietary AI to take notes on all my meetings?
Yeah.
Why do I need to be wearing a thing?
Well, just so that it's close to your mouth so you can record things and it's not sitting in your pocket. But I agree. It should
And
just
so
be
that you'll pay $99 to that company instead of $4.99 for an app.
Right, which you should just have, and that thing should cost, $1 because mostly, and I think it's what we've learned here today, because it's not going to work, and you'll have to just throw it into your toilet.
I think so too. I think that thing's not going to work either. But
Thank you. Moving on.
Oh man, well, it looks neat.
it does look neat.
Looks like a Game Boy, which is also old technology.
Came in a cool little case too.
Well, good thing you bought it. Yeah, neat case. Keep the case. Case is good. You can put thumbtacks in it. Little
Cool
sandwich.
case. Pops open like
Good
that.
case for a tiny sandwich. All right, so you got a case for a tiny sandwich, a net positive, if you ask me. Maybe not worth the money you paid for it.
It was $200.
Useful.
To me, that was worth testing it out. I did not get the Humane AI pin. That was much more expensive and required a $24 a month subscription. This requires
I could
no subscription.
I could probably eat $200 worth of sandwiches in enough time that case would still work, and I would feel like it was a good investment.
Yeah.